Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I realize it has been a couple months since I uploaded. I also realize that this lighting is atrocious and like really bad quality, but it's kind of fitting for today's video. Look at my Santa pants, I got them at Aldi. Also, I just painted my nails, so if you see me like acting robotic with my hands, that's why. So today's video, I kind of want to get back to I do want to get back to uploading regularly. I think at first I was uploading way too much and I got a little burnt out, which is why I just stopped uploading, because it's just kind of like, I just was uploading so much and maybe I definitely burnt myself out. So I would like to get back in the swing of things and start uploading again. Just obviously not every day, a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week, something like that. If you hear any noise in the background, my fiance is playing video games, so I turned the sound down just a little bit so that it's not too overbearing. I'd like to upload a couple times, 3 times a week maybe. And then one of my video ideas is, I see a lot of other YouTubers do this. I know I'm a beauty channel, or am intending to be a makeup channel, but I'd like to have one video a week that's just kind of like chit chat, like just talking, getting to know me as a person, getting to know y'all as a person, those kinds of videos, because I feel like it's important to build like a personable relationship with your followers, so they can feel more connected to you. So I'd like to do that. So today's video is going to be a little bit interesting because some weird things have been happening in my life lately, and I've never really thought about it until recently. So today's video is going to be about the paranormal and ghost experiences. I know that people feel kind of crazy talking about these things, but I don't really care if people think I'm crazy, because I am a skeptic, so I, don't know if I believe in ghosts, per se. So a lot of this stuff most of it, I guess, can be explained logically. But I'm first going to talk about an experience that I had a couple of years ago. The building that I had this class in used to be a parking garage. I don't know how old the building is, but I know it used to be a parking garage before it was turned into the science buildings at my college. It was where the labs were, so I had astronomy that year, so it was where the astronomy lab was, and I had just gotten out of lab, and I was distraught because I felt like I was failing my class. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was so upset. I was like sitting in the hallway just crying my eyes out, and all of a sudden I felt a cold embrace, like cold air wrapped around me, and it was comforting, like it was trying to comfort me. And then it went away, and I've since then never been able to really explain it, because the cold air was not there, then it was there, and then it wasn't again. And I guess it could be a number of logical explanations to it, but it was just kind of like my first, like, I just experienced a ghost, but I don't know. But it was a comforting feeling, so whatever it was not malevolent. So, I don't know, it was an interesting experience, but recently I've been having weird experiences, like the past 2 weeks. First of all, cats act weird. Yes, they do. But recently, when one of the cats has been acting like really weird, like just right now outside the door, he's just like, I don't know. But last week I heard what sounded like footsteps in my parents' room. I have 3 cats. My parents weren't home. They were at work. I was getting ready to head to work. I'm a substitute teacher, and I was doing a half day that day, so I was getting ready to head to work. And I heard noises in my mom's room. And like I said, I have 3 cats. But it sounded like a person was in my mom's room, and I just heard walking around. I was sitting there thinking, no one's breaking in. I was sitting there thinking, is my mom home? Like, did my mom come home? I thought maybe she came home. And, okay, so there's so many, like, background things I need to, like, add into this for this to paint a whole picture. The window was open. There was a very slight draft. Very slight. It was not even, like, a breezy day. It was just a light breeze, I guess. I didn't even think it was, like, windy enough to cause creaking and weird noises in my parents' room. Their door was already kind of closed, and then it just shut, which I'm thinking that the door shutting by itself was probably the draft coming in and pulling the door shut. But before it happened, it was just weird. There was just sound like footsteps in my parents' room, and it was not my cats, because I know their footsteps. They're not that loud. And then my cat starts acting really weird, like he's just freaking out. And I realize that cats do that. Like, it's not really much. It's just kind of like cats freak out. So I didn't think much of it. And then I went to my job. Sometimes I substitute teach at my mom's school where she works. So I go in and I tell my mom what happens, and she goes, the other day when I was drying my hair, I kept hearing a thumping noise, and when I would turn off the hair dryer, the thumping noise would stop. And then when I turned the dryer back on again, the thumping noise would continue. And I was just like, okay, my house there's not a lot of history here. Like, before my family, it was one other family in, like, the 80s, and they, as far as I'm concerned, didn't really have much. I've heard, I mean, I don't know. No one's ever died in the house. Oh, my cat died in the house. I keep having so many interruptions trying to film this. Anyways, no one has ever died in this house. A human. So, for my house to be haunted would be kind of weird. So I don't know if it's something I'm manifesting in myself, but lately I've been feeling a lot of anxiety and a lot of just depression. I have clinical depression, but this time it's really unexplainable, just how I've been feeling. This depression and anxiety has come along with these weird things I'm experiencing. And so last night, I was talking to my fiance, and I was like, I can't sleep. And he's like, why don't you turn on your radio? And right when he said that, he's like, and play some music. I hear a noise over by my radio. Like, something's adjusting it or touching it or something. And I'm just like, laying there in bed, like, okay, what the hell? And I know people come up with the excuse of, like, it's just house settling noise. But the footsteps I heard in my mom's room, that radio thing, just this feeling of depression and anxiety lately, just there's a lot that I'm just like, it's all too coincidental and happening together for me not to question it. Basically, the weird sounds happening at the same time as my depression and anxiety acting up. In my depression and anxiety, a lot of it is feeling incompleteness. I don't know how to describe it. I was telling my fiance, like, a pit in my stomach. Like, there's some kind of energy that doesn't know they're dead, and it's somehow, I'm feeling it. I don't know. I know I sound crazy, because I don't really experience paranormal stuff. Like, a lot of people that make these videos have all these stories, and I just don't. The one other time when I was really little, I heard what sounded like footsteps out in the hallway. Like, someone was going in and out of my dad's room, and I heard the door shut. Every time I opened the door, though, like, there's nobody out there. My parents were fast asleep in their room. That was a freaking creepy experience. And I just remembered that. Like, it was just so, like, someone was in and out of my dad's room. Like, I heard the door shut, I think twice, footsteps in there. And I couldn't sleep that night. I was like, what is in the hallway? And I'd look out in the hallway and there was nothing out there. Like, my parents were fast asleep, and I was like, that was another paranormal experience I've had. And I can't explain that one. I can't explain that one. But yeah, so I guess it's the creak, like someone walking around, is kind of similar to what I experienced when I was a kid. Like, it's sounding like someone's like walking around out in the hallway, like there's someone else there, and there's not. I know there's not. So it's kind of that again, and I don't know what it is, who it could possibly be. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities of who it could be, none of which would be malevolent spirits, and I've never felt like it was something malevolent or bad, so I'm not. It's just a little creepy. But yeah, and now lately, it's just, I've felt this weird energy, like cat acting weird. I've just been feeling weird. I've just been feeling so weird. Like, there's just something there, and it's making me feel weird. It's the past couple weeks, and so I don't know how to explain it. If you guys have any input, any experiences you want to tell me, please do. But yeah, I've just been hearing various creaks and random noises, and I know, like, some of it is probably house settling noises or whatever the people say. It's just the feelings that are accompanying it, I think, is partially what makes it creepy. The footstep sounds, which, like I said before, this is not, now that I'm talking about it, this isn't the first time I've experienced the footsteps. I experienced the footsteps when I was a little kid. It sounded like someone was in the hallway, and I'd look out there, my parents were fast asleep, my cats, their footsteps aren't that heavy. So, I don't know, it's just curious. Yeah, lately I've been feeling like stomach aches, nausea, depression, anxiety, just like weird feelings, and so, unexplainably weird feelings. So, I don't know. I know, like I said multiple times throughout the video, I know there's logical explanations for all of this, and maybe it's nothing, but I just wanted to talk about my paranormal experiences. If you guys like paranormal videos too, I can try to make more, but I'm mainly focused on being a beauty channel, so I don't know how good I'd be at making paranormal videos. I'm not really good at being like a good storyteller. I suck at storytelling, as you can tell, especially scary stories. I'm just like, here's what happened. Okay, so I just want to chat about that as my first video back in a while. So, alright guys, like, subscribe. I'll leave my social media, well, just my Instagram really is all I use, down below, so feel free to check all that out. Alright, see ya.